Good day. Welcome back to our video tutorials. So for today's video, we will solve this requested problem which is in the structural engineering, involves plastic analysis. Okay? So again, if bago ka pa lang sa channel natin, please consider to subscribe and also click the bell icon para ma-updated kayo sa mga future videos natin. Okay, so let's start. So ito yung problem. A two-span continuous steel beam supports the concentrated forces, each applied in each span. Okay, this is the figure shown. The beam is of rectangular in cross-section, 50 mm wide and 100 mm high, with yield point of steel being 250 megapascal. So the problem is determine the value of P to cause plastic collapse if the uniform load is neglected. Okay, so determine the P daw na magpapakollapse sa ating beam na ito. Okay, so how will we solve this? Actually, this is the plastic analysis. Okay, hindi ito katulad sa elastic analysis. Okay, so my statement dito no na the uniform load is neglected. Okay, so wala palang gamit ito. Okay, so it will be like this lang. So parang pampagulo lang yung 10 kilonewtons per meter sa problem na ito. Okay, ito yung problem talaga. Now, ano daw yung value ng P para mag-collapse itong beam na ito? Okay, so of course, this is a plastic analysis. So, ang i-base natin dito is the plastic moment capacity ng beam. Okay, so unlike sa elastic analysis na i-base natin yan sa allowable bending stress, dito is the plastic moment capacity. So, how will we solve that? Let's calculate muna the plastic moment capacity. Okay, and by the way, ito yung cross-section ng beam. Okay, so it is 50 mm wide and 100 millimeters high. Okay, and we will be considering the bending about the strong axis, of course. Okay, so first we will calculate the plastic moment capacity. So the plastic moment capacity is given by this formula. Actually, ma-derive na lang ito, but hindi natin ipapakita dito. Okay, so that is FYZX, and take note, Fy is given. Ito yung yield point. Okay, that is 250 megapascal. Now, the problem here is ano yung ZX. Okay, ZX here is the plastic section modulus. Kung sa elastic analysis, may elastic section modulus tayo, which is the SX or SY. Dito naman may ZX in plastic analysis. So, ano yung ZX? ZX is defined as the moment of area about the axis of bending. Okay, so ito yun. ZX is equals to A barred Y. So ZX, since we are considering the bending about the x-axis. So ano yung ibig sabihin nito? That is just the moment about this axis, the area moment. Kumbaga, this area here, okay, by the way, since rectangular lang ito, our plastic centroid or ito yung axis ng x is nasa center lang ng yung cross-section natin. Of course, because symmetry naman siya. Pag nangyaring hindi ito symmetrical cross-section, iba yung analysis compared sa elastic. Hindi Varignon's theorem yung gagamitin natin doon. Okay, so anyways, this problem lang yung ipapakita natin. Okay, so the moment of area here, take note, ito yung centroid and ito yung barred Y niya. That is 25, of course. Half ng 50. Okay? And of course, the same sa ilalim since rectangular nga ito. Okay? So, the area moment here is the area of this times the moment arm na 25. Okay? Area is 50 times 50 times the barred Y here or the moment arm 25 and multiplied by 2 natin since dalawa siya dito sa itaas and dito rin sa ilalim. Okay? So we can calculate the ZX or the plastic section modulus. we have this unit, mm raised to 3. Now we can substitute na this Fy is 250 and Zx is this one, 125,000. Okay, substituting that. Okay, multiply lang, and we have MP here as 31.25 kilonewtons meter. Ang lalabas dito is newtons millimeter. So, kinonvert ko na lang diretso. Okay, so after this, we will calculate the plastic moment dito sa actual beam. So, how will we calculate that? Take note, it is not the same in elastic analysis. Okay? So, doon, sa elastic analysis, pwede tayong gumamit ng double integration method. Take note, this is an indeterminate beam. Okay? We have 3 reactions here. So, we cannot directly calculate the reaction by equilibrium equation. But anyway, hindi natin yun magagamit. Ang gagamitin natin dito is the energy method or the collapse mechanism. Okay? I know bago sa inyo to, but ganito siya isolve. By collapse mechanism, take note, this is one way lang to solve this. May ibang way dito. But ito yung ipapakita ko. Okay, by collapse mechanism kasi, we will equate the internal energy to the external energy. Okay, ganito yan. Sa plastic analysis is sinasagad natin yung capacity ng beam talaga. Kumbaga, aabutin natin yung point na kung saan masisira na yung beam. Okay, and gagawin natin is we will investigate the plastic moment at the first span and at the second span. Okay, may isa sa kanila na critical siyang masira, kumbaga. Okay, so let's investigate the first span muna. Okay, so ganito yan. Ang collapse mechanism dito is magiging ganito. Kumbaga, this P, this concentrated load here, will collapse this beam pag ganito. Okay? I know, pag bago sa inyo to, medyo mahirap pa siya i-absorb, but i-practice nyo lang. Okay, so ganito yan. Kumbaga, masisira yung beam dito. Okay? Magko-collapse siya at dito rin. Okay, disregard mo na yung isang span dito. Disregard mo na yan. Okay, so this one, ito yung tinatawag na plastic hinges kung saan masisira yung beam at that point and at that point. Okay, so this is a real hinge. Take note, our beam here will freely to rotate. Okay, free siya mag-rotate dito. So, hindi yan masisira. Kumbaga, go with the flow lang siya sa rotation. Okay, ito yung nasisira dito. Okay, now ganito yan. Let's call this H dito, yung displacement pagkasira ng beam dito. Okay, yan yung displacement. And let's call this theta. Okay, with the horizontal. So, ang purpose natin dito kasi is i-equate natin yung internal energy, which is moment times the rotation, to the external energy, which is the concentrated load or any load times the displacement. Okay, so ganito yan. So we need to calculate this rotation dito. Okay, so by the way, if that is theta, we assume this as theta. This one is also theta. Okay, and if this is also theta here with the horizontal, so ito rin theta rin yan. So ito yon. Internal energy is equals to the external energy. So our internal energy here is due to moment. So let's call that MP times the rotation is equals to force times distance. Okay, listen. Internal energy is the moment times the rotation. Okay, and take note of this, that yung rotation na gagamitin natin is yung nasa plastic hinges. Okay? Or kung saan masisira yung beam. So at this point, masisira siya under the load, and also at this point masisira siya. So ang rotation na gagamitin natin dito is ito, theta plus ito rin, nasira siya, plastic hinge ito, okay, plus theta or equivalent to 3 theta. This one hindi na natin to isasali kasi that is real hinge, or kumbaga hindi ito masisira dito. If nangyaring this is a fixed support, so masisira din yung beam dito at that point. So that can be considered as plastic hinges. So at that scenario, isasali natin to theta dito. Anyways, andito tayo. So, ito lang yan. And now, this is the external energy. That is this concentrated load times the displacement. Diba? Energy is force times distance, parallel distance sa kanya. So, this one. So, that force is 2P times H. Okay. Now, take note, if we will consider this right triangle here, or kahit dito sa kabila, the same man lang siya, we can say that tangent of theta is equals to the opposite divided by the adjacent, and that is 3 meters. Okay, so if we will cross multiply this, H is equivalent to 3 theta. Agree ba kayo? That is 3 theta because at in reality yung theta natin dito is very small. Okay, and when a very small angle is just approximately equals to the tangent of that angle. So that is just equivalent to theta. Yung tangent of theta natin, that is almost or approximately equals to theta lang. So that is H is equals to 3 theta. Now we can substitute this H here dyan. Okay, look at that. Okay, now in this manner, we can simplify or matatanggal natin yung theta dito. And take note, we calculated the plastic moment capacity. So, ilalagay natin yan dito. And it will be like this. Okay, makakancel na yung 3 theta. Now, as you can see, we can calculate the P here. This is the P required to collapse this first span. Okay, take note, hindi pa ito yung answer. We should investigate the second span pa. Okay, so actually, wala nga siya sa choices natin. Okay, so probably hindi ito yung answer. Okay, so let's investigate the second span naman. Okay, so the collapse mechanism sa second span will be like this. Of course, under the load dyan yung magko-collapse. Okay, so this is the plastic hinge and also this is a plastic hinge. This one is a real hinge. Okay, so ano yung step? Dapat kunin natin yung angles nila or rotation, angle of rotation. And okay, let's call this theta. And of course, this angle here should not be equal to this theta because wala na sa gitna yung concentrated load natin. Let's call this alpha na lang. Okay? And again, this is assumed as H. And if this is alpha, this one is also alpha. Okay, and if this is theta with the horizontal, this is also theta here. Okay, next, equate the internal energy, that is the moment times the rotation, equals to the external energy. So our internal energy here, this MP times 2 theta plus alpha. Bakit ito? Diba? Take note, we need to focus on the plastic hinges. So plastic hinge is this one plus this one. So the total rotation here is theta plus theta here plus alpha, or that is 2 theta plus alpha. Okay, so equate to the external energy, that is this force here times the distance. Okay, klaro lang. Now, as you can see, maraming unknowns dito. So, dapat talaga, yung main mission natin is to eliminate these angles dito and this H. So, how can we do that? Okay, let's make this angle theta in terms of alpha. So, how can we do that? Okay, look at this. Diba, this H can be expressed as this distance here, that is 2 meters times theta. Okay, and also this H can be expressed as 1 meters times alpha. So we can conclude that 2 theta is equals to alpha. Excuse me. Hindi yun COVID, ha? Okay. Now, equating this, so we can express this 2 theta is equals to alpha na. So magiging alpha na lang yung unknown dyan. Now, this H naman, again, this H is just 1 meters times alpha. So, it will be like this. Okay, klaro lang. So, we will substitute this 2 theta is equals to alpha here, dyan. So, magiging alpha plus alpha yan, or 2 alpha. Okay? And this H, is-substitute natin yan, magiging alpha na yan. Okay? So, it will be like this. 2 alpha is equals to 3p alpha. Okay, now, as you can see, we can cancel this out yung alpha natin, and we can solve the P dito. And P is 20.83 kilonewtons. And it is in the choices na. So this will be the answer. Okay? The greater value of P, because we want to collapse the beam dito. Okay, so actually, in my opinion, no, yung hinahanap dito, determine the value P to cause plastic collapse kumbaga hahanapin yung P kung saan magko-collapse na. Actually, this P here 15.625 is for me lang, this will be the answer talaga, because at this point when P is this value, magko-collapse na dito at the first span. But anyways, yung nasa choices is ito. So ito talaga yung sagot, no? But sa akin lang, no, baka nagkamali lang yung hindi ako sure naman. Kasi pwede rin sa kanyang side, ang pinapahanap niya is yung surely na magko-collapse talaga yung beam natin. Baka yung pinapahanap niya dito is dapat mag-collapse yung dalawang beam. Kaya ito yung nasa sagot. Okay, so anyways, ito yung sagot. 20.83. Parang pinapasure niya na yung dalawang span ng beam is mag-collapse talaga. Okay? So, medyo mahaba-haba siya, no? Pero, madali lang talaga ito pag pre-practice nyo. Okay? So, thank you for watching, and I hope you give this a thumbs up. And please share naman these videos to your friends. Okay, so thank you for watching, and God bless, and bye bye everyone.